this is one of the, well, I consider New Zealand's finest brisket, really. This is homegrown here, grass-fed, grain-finished, ocean beef brisket. This started life at about 8 kilos, and I guess with a little bit of trim, which wasn't much, to be fair, lost some moisture, we're probably looking at about 6 now, 6.5. So you lose about 20%, right? All we did was we rubbed this with bull dust. Just plain bull dust. Yeah, so again, you can see the clear stuff is fat. All that dark stuff is flavour. Put that in a fat separator and then stream that stuff out and get rid of the clear stuff. And then you can add some Worcestershire sauce or whatever you want, boil it down. You know, you can add whatever you want at this point. Some porcini mushrooms are always good in that. Just bringing on new flavours, right? All right, so we'll carve this. If we've done a good job, we'll get a smoke ring. Everybody know what a smoke ring is? Do you know how we get a smoke ring? Yeah. Well, you can always do a good job and still not get a smoke ring, right? It really depends on the cooker that you're using. You have to really get rid of all the oxygen out of the smoker to get a smoke ring into it. All right, because there's natural myoglobin that's still within the fibres, all right? It's a bit technical, but the smoke dissolves into the muscle. It becomes nitric oxide, and nitric oxide bonds with the myoglobin and forms that ring, okay? So if you've used a bit of salt and you're using a smoker that does allow for some smoke ring, depending on how much penetration you get with that smoke as to how big that ring is going to be, all right? But what you're shooting for, and if I'm in a comp, these are kind of where my comp slices will be. This is kind of the sacrificial end. But the first thing the judges are going to do is get it out of the box and bend it over their finger. All right, so we want to sort of see that hang. And then it should support itself. The weight should support. And then you should be able to just pull it apart like that. And that's pretty much a perfect brisket. Yeah.
So what did you cook that in?
I've got a stretch back home, a ProQ stretch. Does anybody know what that is? It's like a big cabinet thing. It's very insulated. It's 300 and something kilos. But I can cook for about 150 people out of that thing. All right. Yeah, not a bad idea. Absolutely. There's so many things out on the market now for Kamados, Broncos. There's little fan assist units. All right, and they supply the oxygen because all of charcoal, all of the control is through air in and air out. Okay, so if you can control the air in via Wi-Fi, that means you don't even need to be in the house. You could be watching your kid play sport. You could be dialing in and out. And that sort of little attachment gives you a lot of flexibility to enjoy your weekend and get some sleep. So at this point here, we've been slicing across the grain, all right? Now, because there's points here, there's two muscles, there's a flat and there's a point. The points grain is actually the other way. So what we do at this point is we cut it straight down the middle, and you can see that grain there. Right. If you've ever seen a brisket movie, this is where people squeeze it. Yeah. But I prefer my moisture inside the meat. Yeah. So, but that there's some really good eating. Okay. All right. If you guys want to bring your plates up, let's get some brisket onto the plates.